take a look at this fish. What do you think is going to happen next? If you're taking the CELPIP exam, you're going to see a question like this on the exam. What do you think will happen next? Well, in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how you should answer this question. Now, I'm making a lot of videos on CELPIP, listening, speaking, reading, writing, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel right down there. Okay, so this is task 4 on the speaking part of the test. And task 4 is all about making predictions. What's going to happen? Now, actually, you're going to see the same picture that you saw in task 3, which is describing a scene. Okay, so in task 3, you're going to see a picture and you have to describe it. Then in task 4, you have to predict what's going to happen. Okay, but it's the same picture. So when you're doing task 3, you can already be thinking about what's going to happen in task 4. Okay, so in task 3, you're describing the picture. You can say, this is a picture of a fish and a fish hook. And then in task 4, you're going to say, I think the fish will, okay, and you're going to make a prediction. Now, take a look at this. In task 2, you're talking about a past experience. Okay, so you're going to use past tense verbs. In task 3, you're describing a picture. So you're going to use present tense verbs. In task 4, you're making predictions, so you're going to use future tense verbs. Okay, this is very important. Okay, this isn't just random. They chose these tasks to test you on your verb tenses. Okay, so you really need to pay attention to the verb tenses. In this one, you're just using past tenses. 2 years ago, I went on a trip with my friend. Okay, here, you're saying, this picture is of a parrot sitting in a tree. On the left side of the picture, there is a boy. On the right side of the picture, there is, so you're just using present verbs, right? In this one, you're going to be using future tense verbs, right? Now, this is how we make predictions in English. We use words like this. I think, or I'm pretty sure, or I'm not entirely sure, but I think, or I think what will probably happen is, or what's going to happen next is, okay? So we use these phrases when we're making predictions. Now, you're going to say, I think, or something similar to that, then you're going to use a future tense verb. Okay, so look at this picture. We have a cat and a mouse. So what do you think is going to happen? Well, you could say, I think the cat will. Then, I think the mouse is going to, remember, is going to and will mean the same thing. They're both future tense verbs. Okay, so I want you to look at this picture, okay, and think about what you would say. Now remember, you have to speak for 60 seconds. 60 seconds, that's a long time, okay? This is a very simple picture. There's a cat and a mouse. So if you say, I think the cat will eat the mouse, that's only 5 seconds. You need to speak for 60 seconds. So you need to think about a series of events. You need to tell a story, something creative. Just make something up. It's your choice. Okay, so make a series of events. Now, when you see the question, you have 30 seconds to prepare something, to think about what's going to happen. So you can take some notes. So maybe write down 2 or 3 things, just words that you think that will help you remember what you want to talk about. Okay, 30 seconds is not a very long time, so you just have to to write down a few words. For example, you could say, cat tries to catch mouse, but fails. Then cat chases mouse around the house, or something like that. Just any story, anything that you think is going to happen. You need to use future tense verbs, and you need to tell a series of events that will take 60 seconds. Because if you only speak for 5 or 10 seconds, you're going to get really bad marks. Okay, so I want you to pause this video right now and take some notes for 30 seconds on this picture. And then, after 30 seconds, I want you to try to speak for 1 minute. Okay, then after you're finished speaking, I want you to press the play button again, because I'm going to give you an example of what I would say in this question. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Here's what I would say if I saw this question on the exam. I have my stopwatch here. So, you ready? Here we go. I think the cat is going to try to catch the mouse, but the mouse is smart. The mouse is going to run back into its hole, and the cat won't be able to get it because the hole is too small. The cat is too big to fit in the hole, but the cat is smart. The cat is going to wait quietly outside the hole and wait for the mouse to come out. And when the mouse comes out, the cat's going to pounce on it, but the mouse is going to escape and run around the house. The cat is going to chase the mouse around the house. And I think the cat is really hungry. So the cat's not going to give up. The cat is going to continue chasing the mouse until it catches it. And when it catches the mouse, it's going to eat the mouse for dinner. So in the end, the mouse is going to die and the cat is going to be happy. Perfect. 1 minute. 1 minute and 1 second. I went 1 second over. Okay, so that's how I would answer this question. Is that what you said? Or did you have some other crazy story? Okay, so let's take a look at another picture. Now, again, I want you to pause this video, do the same thing. Take some notes for 30 seconds on what's going to happen here, and then after 30 seconds, try to speak for 60 seconds. And then after you're finished, press the play button again, because I'm going to give you another example of what I would say. So let's see, I'll reset my stopwatch. Okay, are you ready? Here's my answer. So I think the shark is going to attack the girl because it looks pretty hungry. So it's going to attack the girl, but the girl looks really brave and strong. So I think the girl is going to fight back. I think she's going to punch the shark in the nose, and the shark is going to get really mad. They're going to fight for a long time. But I think the shark is obviously bigger and stronger. So the girl is going to get tired first from fighting. So I think she's going to give up and she's going to try to swim away. And the shark is going to bite off one of her legs. But some fishermen nearby are going to see the scene and shoot the shark and save the girl. So in the end, the girl will lose a leg, but she'll be saved. Okay, again, I went 1 second over. Okay, so I think that's good. You're telling a story. You're trying to make something up, a series of events. Okay, so I said first, the shark is going to attack the girl. Then the girl is going to fight back and punch the shark in the nose, which is going to make the shark mad. And then they're going to fight for a while. And then the girl is going to get tired and she's going to give up and try to swim away. And then the shark is going to bite off one of her legs. But some fishermen are going to save her by shooting the shark. Okay, so it's a series of events in 1 minute. So I was speaking for the full minute. Try not to try not to pause for too long. Try not to say, it's okay. If you pause a few times, or if you say, a few times, but try to practice so that you don't have too many pauses. Try to speak as much as you can, not too fast, just a nice, smooth pace. Try to practice speaking for a full minute and see. I think you're going to improve if you practice that. Okay, so let's do some homework. I want you to tell me what's going to happen next in this picture. So here we have a building that's on fire, and we have a guy standing on the roof of the building, and we have some people down here. So what's going to happen? Let me know your answer down there in the comments, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.